And this is turbo. Dang, it's so crazy. All right, we got a new flashlight from RovyVon. It's the E60 Angel Eyes. It comes in these three snazzy colors. Kind of forgot which one I ordered, so I'm kind of hoping I got the blue one, but we'll see. The RovyVon Angel Eyes E60 is a palm-sized flat pocket flashlight featuring a max 1500 lumen white light, a 3000 milliwatt 365 nanometer UV light, and a 520 nanometer green laser, class 3R, class I. And it's also got three side-mounted LEDs. They're UV, red, and a 4000K warm white light. 2000 milliamp rechargeable battery for extended runtime. Its removable deep carry pocket clip allows versatile use even as a hat light or hands-free operation. All right, well, let's get this thing open and check her out. I've had a couple other lights from RovyVon, and I've been really impressed by them. Thank you for purchasing RovyVon. Your continued support motivates us to make better products. All right. Looks like you can lock the light so that it doesn't come on accidentally. That's good. And do not point the laser in your eyes. Yeah, that's good advice. Oh, I got the black one. Womp womp. Both that green and blue sure do look pretty though, don't they? Well, if I like this thing, I might have to get both of those too. So this thing's a lot like the E80 that I reviewed, but it's just a little bit smaller, a little shorter, which is kind of awesome. You know, I like the light to be a little bit more compact. Oh, and here's the little switch they were talking about up here. It slides. Like over here is locked, and then slide it that way and it's unlocked. Got a little film protecting the front of the light there. You got your USB port on the side. I like having just a standard USB slot for recharging. Makes things easy, right? And it says it'll charge up to 3 amps, so that's pretty good. Right above that, it looks like it has like some lights for the charging. And you know, this thing feels really nice. It's a nice anodized aluminum. The whole body feels great. It's got this little rubber strip down both sides here, kind of aids in your grip, but you know, it's just a real solid feeling light. And I really like the way they design their pocket clips too, because you can go both ways with it. You can slip it onto things like this direction, but then you can also slip it onto things that direction too. So no matter which way you need to point the light, you can clip it onto something. I mean, really the only thing this thing is missing is a magnet. I wonder if there's some way that you can get a magnet on here. I don't know. Maybe you can just put one on the clip itself. That would actually make this thing like super useful. Let's take a look at what else it comes with here. It's got a couple of little extra screws and an extra rubber door for your charging port. I guess the screws are for your clip here. I'm not sure why you would want to, but you can take the clip completely off. It also comes with the charging cable. That's great. Here are the specs on the guy. It's 100 by 30 by 30 millimeters. Only weighs 3.3 ounces. That's freaking awesome. The front LED is kind of on the bluish side at 7000K, but that side light is 4000K, which is kind of interesting. Here it shows you your battery indicators here. The four little lights goes from like 20, 40, 60, 100%. Your main light's got 5 different modes to it. It's got an eco, low, medium, high, and turbo. That eco mode boasts 47 hours of runtime. It's only at 10 lumens, but yeah, that's crazy. And low is 60 lumens at 15 hours? Freaking crazy. You'll probably use this thing mostly on medium, which is 200 lumens, and that has a 4.5 hour runtime, so that's pretty dang decent. And even that side light has 100 lumens on high and runs for 2.8 hours. The freaking low on it's 245 hours. That's insane. So this thing's got 3 buttons on it. This one here is for the side lights, and this one's for your main light, and this is for the laser or the UV. If you want to turn on the main light just in low mode, just click it once and it just comes in on low mode, and that's all you can do with it, just that one click, and you hold it down and turn it back off. If you hold down the button, it goes into turbo mode for as long as you hold it down. As soon as you release it, it goes off of turbo. If you give it a double tap, it turns on the light, and then another single press, it cycles through all the modes. So that's gonna be eco, which is impressive that you can still see the eco mode even with my lights on up here. Another click, that's gonna be low, that's gonna be medium, that's gonna be high, and then back down to eco. And then turn it back off, you give it a long press. You give this button a double tap, and it turns on the UV, which let me turn off the overhead lights here. You can definitely see it lighting up the paper there, but dang, look at that. It's making this dye go nuclear. That is insane how bright that is. That's a pretty powerful UV light. Holy cow. You'll have no trouble finding leaks with that, and also doing some scorpion hunting, huh? And to turn it back off, you give a long press. Now, if you hold it down, the laser comes on, and it's a nice little laser pointer. We'll check out how far that throws here in just a second. And then again, a long press turns it back off. And here you can see the little LEDs. Like anytime you press a button anywhere, it lights up those LEDs, and it looks like it came fully charged. That's nice. To turn on the side lights, it's kind of the same thing with this button here. Give it a double press and it'll come on red. And you have different modes in the red too. That's high, I think. That's pretty dang bright. Whoa, and it's got a strobe too. That's annoying. and a slow flash. But yeah, you got low and then high, and then a long press to turn it back off. A single press turns on the white one. On low, yeah, you can't hardly see anything, but just one more click and it jumps up, and then you got high there, and then back down to the low. So that's gonna be medium, which that's pretty bright, and then high. Yeah, dang, that's kind of nice. And give it a long press and it goes off. Now, if you do 3 presses, it turns on the UV side light, which, yeah, you can see that it's definitely working. It's obviously not as powerful as the main UV light, but that's still very usable. I mean, and I have my overhead lights on and it's making this thing glow pretty good. And then just one more click and it goes back off. Let's plug it into a charger here just to see what it looks like while it's charging. Yeah, those lights are kind of dim, but you can kind of see them. Oh, you can see like that last LED there kind of pulsating. I guess that's showing you that it's charging. And I'm assuming all 4 of those LEDs go solid like whenever it's done. But yeah, let's check this thing out in full darkness. All right, so we're gonna start out in eco mode here, and even in eco, you can see the back wall of the garage pretty good. I mean, that's pretty darn impressive. And if we take a look at the close wall, yeah, you can see the close wall like just fine. That's incredible. Let's go ahead and click it up onto low. Yeah, okay, low is just like a normal flashlight. That's freaking crazy. We'll take a look at the close wall on low. Even against the white on the flag there, it's actually kind of washing the camera out a little bit. That's kind of funny, huh? Go ahead and click it up on medium. And yeah, I'm sure you guys aren't even believing this is medium, but here, watch this. That's high. Isn't that crazy? I mean, high is like really blowing everything out back there. You can see all my junk like super clearly. Let's take a look at the close wall, and yeah, bam. You probably don't actually have a whole lot of reason to use it on high. I mean, we'll go back to eco, low, and then medium. And I mean, medium seems just fine. And what was the run time on medium? Like 4.5 hours? I mean, dang. Why would you need more? I'm gonna take a look at the engine bay in the 4C here. And yeah, we're still on medium, and up close, medium is kind of blowing everything out on camera, isn't it? Go ahead and click it up on high, and yeah, that's just like unusable. I mean, to the eye, it's fine, but on camera, it's no good. So this is eco mode again, and you know what's great is I don't see any flickering at all on camera, so this thing actually has pretty good power regulation. Very impressive. Turn it up on low, and yeah, in close quarters, low is perfectly acceptable. That's kind of amazing. Like, you can definitely see like all into the crevices and whatnot. So I'll go ahead and turn the main light off, and let's take a look at the side light. Well, here's the red. That's on low, and then there it is up on high. And we can take a look at the wall of the garage over here. Let's even take a look at the back wall of the garage. Holy cow. I can't believe it's actually illuminating the whole dang garage. And that's off that little tiny side light. Okay, I'm officially impressed. That's freaking cool. So let me turn that back off. And now we have just the white light on, and it's in eco mode right now. And yeah, I mean, the eco mode on the side light is kind of unusable. I don't know, maybe you would use it to read like a map up close or something like that. Well, let's go ahead and kick it up on low. And yeah, the side light on low looks perfectly good to me. And you know how like the main light is more like a spotlight? This is more like a flood, covers the whole area. And does a good job at it too, doesn't it? And then we'll click it again and get it up on high. And yeah, I mean, that's good. You can see everything in there. And I know the camera is kind of automatically adjusting white balance, but you can definitely see to the naked eye that this is warmer than that main light is, you know? But yeah, let's take a look at the garage again. Man, it freaking lights up the whole garage. This little side light does. That is cool. And of course that's high, but drop it down on eco and you can't see anything. On low, yeah, you can still see stuff on low. Freaking amazing. All right, so I turned the main light back on eco mode here, and I wanna see if we can get the laser on at the same time. Yeah, we can. Check that out. That's actually really cool that you can turn the light and the laser on at the same time. To the naked eye, that green dot is popping up like super bright. You know, the human eye can distinguish green better out of any of the other colors. So green lasers just like really jump right out at you, you know? But this is all like super cool, you know? So like if I was trying to show y'all something like in an engine bay, I could be like, oh yeah, so you know, the motor mount, it's like right over there. And you know, this bolt on the motor mount, I'm highlighting with the laser right now, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I can see this being like super useful. I like it. Now let's go try this thing out outside. All right, we're checking out all the weeds in the backyard here, and it's on eco mode right now on the main light. Give it a click and it'll pop it up to a low. And I mean, dang, look at that. Can't really see the trees in the back very good. I mean, I can see it to the naked eye a little bit, but it's not really showing up on camera very well. Let me go ahead and click it up on medium though. And wow, okay, yeah. Up on medium, you can see the trees good. And of course, like up closer, see everything really well. We'll go ahead and click it up on high there. And here's the trees on high. I mean, they're illuminated really well. Click it again, and it goes back down on eco mode. But I'll hold it to turn it off, and then hold it down, and bang, look at the turbo mode. I mean, the turbo mode really throws a lot of light out. That's crazy. And when you take a look at the side light, you know, the side light on eco mode doesn't throw very far at all. But there we have it on low. It actually puts out a decent amount of light even on low. Obviously you can't see anything far away with that, but I can see the weeds right in front of me, and then click it up on high. And yeah, I mean, that's just a little bit more, pretty good. And here's the red light, and that's on low, and give it a click up on high. And even the red light is pretty darn good on high. Very impressive. Let's just scan the yard real quick with the UV light. You know, I don't have scorpions here. I have a lot out at the junkyard, but oh, what was that? Something's glowing over there. Oh, that's a flower. But yeah, I might have to take this thing out to the junkyard and see if I can find scorpions out there, because this thing would light these guys up really well. And here we have the laser, and you know, you can't really quite tell what I'm shining at because it's pretty dark back here, but you can see the laser really well. Like even up in the trees in the back of the yard. Yeah. Very cool. All right, well, I'm definitely impressed. And you know, I gave away my other RovyVon Angel Eyes light, but I'm definitely gonna keep this one. I like this one a lot. And like I was saying, it's a lot like the E80, but you know, just a little bit smaller, which I find pretty handy. And there'll be a link down in the description below so you can get one for yourself. I highly recommend this guy. It's pretty neat. Well, bye. Thanks for watching. Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew.